Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another motherfucking YouTube video. You already know how it is. This is Baddies episode 4 and episode 5 review, recap, whatever you want to call it. And this video is brought to you by Poseidon. Yes, straight from the ocean. He is the god of the sea. And he had asked me if I can promote water. So yes, this water bottle actually came from the ocean, and yeah, Poseidon's paying me with free shrimp for the rest of my life. Just kidding, no, y'all. But I gotta drink some water. So episode 4 starts off with, I think, I'm doing this off the top of my memory. I didn't write any notes down this time because I don't have time. But I have a pretty good memory. So I'm gonna just base it off my memory, okay? So Biggie basically is linking up with Meatball, and Meatball's kind of like feeling bad for her because she's being bullied. But if you think about it, this is Biggie's 3rd season. Why is she still getting bullied? Like, why is she still being attacked? She should be the one attacking bitches. She should be the one sending bitches home. And, you know, especially with Jayla. Jayla was only there for 2 seasons. She left and then came back. Biggie keeps coming back, so Biggie should be having the upper hand at this point. But Natalie doesn't respect her, and on episode 4, we ended up finding out that Natalie really does not fuck with Biggie. Now, Biggie's rolling a blunt. She's telling her how, you know, Natalie's weird, Natalie's this, Natalie that. But, I mean, this is not surprising. I don't know why Biggie feels like she is Natalie's best friend. Natalie likes girls who are prettier than her. That's what I noticed. Like, anyone who's prettier than her, she's gonna be up their ass. You know, anyone who's more liked than her, she's gonna be up their ass. Just like she was up Megan's ass, just like she's up the Claremont twins' ass, just like she's up what's it called, Aubrey O'Day's ass. It's like Natalie will only kiss your ass if you are more liked or more prettier than her, and that's what I noticed. Um, so they're talking about that, and then they switch it off to the new girls, which I'm still trying to get to know. I don't really know the new girls like this. I think it was like that Jamaican one, and then Diamond and Slim Too Bad. I think Slim Too Bad is really pretty. I think that's the one who I didn't recognize last episodes. But I think she's really, really, really pretty. But again, there's too much girls to really know their personalities. I feel like this season is dragging along the drama way too much. They're still talking about Tinkerbella versus um, Diamond's beef. They're still talking about Biggie. Everyone still has issue with Biggie. They're still talking about Jayla versus Biggie. They're still talking about Gretchen and her saying the N word. Like the beef. We're on episode 5 still. That where the storyline is still in the mix, and the fact it's still gonna be in the mix next episode and then the next episode. Like, it's just at this point, like, Zeus. I'm gonna try not to complain about the editing, but child, y'all need to cut some parts up and just make it into 2-3 episodes and move on to the next storyline, to the next people beefing. Oh my god, I ate tacos. And Diamond was the one who said she only snatched Tinkerbella's wig just so she can get clout, just so she can secure a spot in the house. It's like, y'all, these people, these girls are not actually beefing. They're like literally just finding a way to get in the house, and it's at this point it kind of kills the whole, like, I guess, storyline, or I guess the whole vibe with Baddies, because like for as a viewer, I want to like see y'all fight over a hot pocket. I want to see y'all fight because someone threw up on your shoes. Like, I don't want to see y'all beef because one wants to be in the house so bad, and oh, now you should be thanking me because I got us in the house. Like, that's not, that kills the fun. I don't know, maybe that's just me and I just want to watch authentic drama. I think they're still gonna try fighting each other, and it's just pointless, y'all. I think this is only like, what, day 3 into their little journey. So the fact that it's still being talked about, it's kind of absurd. So yeah, I don't like how they're like, I don't like how they're like really just only fighting just to get that clout and like a space in the house. Like, that's kind of okay, you know. So then they move into so then they flash forward to the night, and at this point, like, Natalie set up like this like Survivor themed beach thingy where she's like having all the replacements and all the originals and all the everyone's, and you know, she like kind of has everyone go just so like everyone can squash it out and everything. And at this point, it's like originals versus replacements. They're like kind of like standing against each other, and I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, because it's kind of like I expected Natalie to be like, okay, bitches, like replacements. If y'all win one, if y'all beat one of the originals ass, like y'all gonna have a spot in the house. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen, but apparently it was just to squash it out, which still was kind of funny, but kind of dumb at the same time, because like at the end of the day, at some point during this whole fight, like they all just got into a brawl. I didn't know who was beefing with who was fighting who at this point. I mean, I know the main characters, or the main people fighting were like Gretchen versus. Oh girl, I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I came back from the bathroom and I feel better. Seeing a lot of like really bad stuff. So I might have to stop this video a couple of times. The Claremont twins, they were pissed because it was our birthday and like no one gave the fuck. So like they like walked off, and then like they quit the show. The funniest shit that happened on episode 4 was when Tommy Lee, she was like, Shannon, Sarvet, do we have an issue? Like, what's up? I know, I love how Shannon was with this shit. She was like, well, do we? Like, we can do it right now. But I know damn well the twins aren't about it. In their contract, it says that no one is allowed to touch them. So it would have been bad for Tommy Lee to fight them, because they got lawyers and they're rich. And I don't think that they would really fight if it really got down to it. But I know Shannon is about it, because she got to jail for a year, and I know she had to survive in that jail cell for that time. So I know my girl Shannon's about it. But I'm glad that they left, because they were not on this show. They didn't give like personality. They were just like, yeah, this is so cool. Yeah, the house is amazing. Yeah. Like, girl, shut up. If you're gonna go on Baddies, or really any Zeus show, you should be wanting to fight. That's what this network is about. It's not about growth. It's not about the experience. It's about fighting. That's what it is. I don't care what no one says. It's not about sisterhood, or oh, let's build our relationships. No, it's all about fighting. A lot of the new girls are fighting the originals, and a lot of the new girls are fighting each other. They start introducing all kinds of replacements, and I do not recognize any of them except for Nunu, which is, she's a baby mother of a football player who I don't even know. So I don't know why she's like flexing, like, oh yeah, my baby daddy, like everyone knows him. I don't know Antonio, whatever the fuck his last name is. I do like that girl Nunu though. I do like her because she was defending Gretchen, and y'all know my last review, I said I personally do like Gretchen, because I know she does not mean the N-word in any racial way. So I'm not gonna hate on her because of that, but I still don't think she should be saying it. So I do like how she defended Nunu, because that little short little Jamaican girl, oh my gosh, she is so annoying. She's weak, and I'm glad that a lot of people are checking her. I thought she was gonna be one of those girls that everyone's gonna be like cool with, but I'm glad that slowly people are starting to check that girl Dia. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it no, I think she's from the Bahamas. Okay, so the girl for the chick from the Bahamas. She's not Jamaican. She's from the Bahamas. Um, she's annoying. That girl Dia, whatever. It's Dia, Dora. I don't know. She just wants to find a storyline. Like, oh girl, let me punch her too, so it doesn't seem like I'm okay with it too. You know, like yeah, Dia's annoying. So I like that Nunu whooped her ass twice. That was very satisfying for me to see. And then I think Callie, is that her name? Blueface's sister, or yeah, Blueface's sister. Oh my god, I thought that was Bianca fighting, but oh my god, the way she like clothesline freaking Jellybean, is that her name? I think that's her name. The way she clothesline Jellybean like some WWE freaking diva, like I thought that was crazy. Like these fights are a little brutal, but they're a little awkward still. um and then Gretchen comes, obviously, and they're all obviously trying to fight her. She keeps saying the N-word. The same old story. That's why I didn't want to make 2 separate videos of this, because it's all in one night. It's all the same storyline, and then the next episode is going to be the same old storyline too. So I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. So then flash forward to the next episode. They're still on the beach. And everyone's still coming at Gretchen. They're all still telling her don't say the N-word, and it was just really funny but so ironic when she's like, okay guys, like I apologize, I'm sorry, I do not mean it that way. And she's like, N-word. And I'm like, bitch. Like they were all kind of like looking at you like, okay, like let's feel bad for her, but she decides to say it again, and like she just keeps digging herself up into a bigger hole. And I really do wish her luck for them, because it doesn't seem like she's not gonna, it doesn't seem like she's done fighting. It feels like everyone's gonna continue to fight her. And I really wish Gretchen the very best. I still like her. Tommy Lee pulls up. She's like, what's up, Natalie? Like, let's fight. Like, they were like bickering. And I don't know if their beef is real, because the last time I saw any interacting between them, they were cool and they were like getting pulled over by some police, and they were like scared and they were like looking out for each other. So there has been history of people saying that their drama is fake, which I can believe it. Like I think they were just kind of like, okay, like let's bring Tommy back for ratings, and but she doesn't have beef with anyone, so let's just make up beef with Natalie. It seems like in Baddies West, Natalie did win Tommy Lee. Like she was swinging her around like a damn Matilda or whatever. This season, I feel like Tommy Lee, like I don't know what she did, steroids or some weight classes or something, but she had the upper hand, and it seems like they were just fighting. It seems like Natalie was kind of like, I don't know if she was drunk or whatever, but she was kind of like awkwardly fighting or whatever. And then Tommy Lee was just kind of, you know what, bitch, let me just flip you over. And she flips her over. Natalie's bleeding, and Tommy Lee's kind of bleeding a little bit too, because Natalie was swinging the whole time, which again, I think she's kind of getting better at fighting, but still doesn't know how to fight. But she was giving Tommy Lee her ones for sure. Natalie was not just gonna like Taseki and one of the replacements. I think her name is Jellybean. I think that's her name. That's a really weird name. And she's just that Jellybean girl. Like she's awkward looking. Like her head's big, her forehead's big, and she be looking like this. Like I don't know. Like I don't think that girl's pretty. So then she gets called out by Taseki. Taseki's like, so what's up? Like you were sitting in my man's section back in Bad and Wild. So like I said, at this point, it's like y'all are just rehashing. This season is all about rehashing. Like everyone here has a grudge against somebody from like 2 years ago, because none of the drama is any drama that started in the house. Right? Like none of the drama was anything that was started in the house, other than Gretchen with Jayla. I don't think that's a fight that we expected. But other than that, all the drama, like Biggie's drama with Jayla, Gretchen, Tommy Lee, Natalie, like all this drama is like legit drama from like the 1800s. Really hope they flip up the script, because I'm getting tired. It's 5 episodes and we're still arguing about the same shit. So then Mariah kind of like hits her from the side, and I'm like, Mariah, stop! Like, stop! Why are you fighting this random ass girl who you don't even know? All because of Taseki. Like Mariah is, again, it's just, this is giving storyline. It's giving I need a spot. It's giving these replacements are more little than me. Let me try to do something cool so I can like stay here. Like no, I don't like how the fact that they're still keeping their replacements with them. Like okay, so you might as well just give them all the spot. Like you might as well give all the replacements a spot at this point, because you're making them hang out with the originals. You're making them like, meet up and link up and everything. Like it's just they just live in a separate house and they don't really know much of what's going on in the original cast house. That's the only difference. But other than that, they're basically on the show already. So I think it's kind of dumb how they're actually putting the replacements on this season, and they're sharing the same space with the originals. It's just really unorganized. It's really unstructured. I don't know who's beefing with who. I don't know why they're beefing. I don't know whose side I should be on with Taseki and Jellybean. I want to say I'm on Taseki's side just because I like Taseki. Jellybean, I'm not really liking her. I think that's the one who fought Callie, right? That's the one who like got clotheslined by Callie. I think at that point Jellybean was just kind of like, you know what, bitch, I had enough ass whoopings. I do not want to fight anymore. Which I understand. That clothesline from Callie was pretty intense. Flash forward to the next day. Natalie wants to do this like nature walk or whatever, and I'm just hoping that they don't fight at this nature walk. Like I hope, like I think on the next episode, which is episode 6, I think have like a specific spot where everyone can fight. I don't think they want this kind of mess in their country, but I don't know. I guess they have connections or whatever. Shout out to Zeus. Callie and Dia meet up with each other, and Callie's like talking about how she feels excluded because she's not cool with the rest. Seems like everyone's up Natalie's ass and everyone wants a spot on the show. So everyone's kind of trying to get away from Blueface's sister, which sucks. At this point, I think people should know that messing with Natalie off the bat should not be a thing, especially since she is kind of like the leader of the group. So I think kissing her ass is much better if you really want to be a part of this group. It's just weird because like it's kind of giving like you can't sit with us like just yet. Like you gotta fight. You gotta suck. You gotta do more to sit with us. Like I don't like that. I hate how the show this season specifically is more about getting a spot on baddies instead of being an actual baddie and showing why you're a baddie. Like I remember last couple seasons there was a lot of like people rapping. We got to see people's talents, people's interests and stuff like that. This season is just really all about let me get in, let me get in, let me get in, let me get in, and it's exhausting at this point. Like just seeing those girls fight just for a spot, and it's crazy and it's sad. Like it makes me kind of sad. So then they get split up into 4 different groups, I think, and then Meatball and Jayla start arguing because Meatball is like, hey, like why are you bullying? She's like, why are you bullying Biggie? And I like how Meatball kind of stuck up for Biggie because no one else is sticking up for Biggie. But it was kind of like, Meatball, you're also kind of a bully because the way you snuck Gretchen, like that was kind of bully behavior. And it's kind of like, why are you fighting Biggie's battle? Like Biggie is again back for her 3rd season. Like a Biggie should be already up there with Jayla in sense of like baddie, you know. So I don't know why Biggie is like, oh my god, she's bullying me, like oh like no sis, like you really need to suck it up and stop having Meatball fight your battles. And it doesn't seem like they're gonna fight on the next episode, but there's a lot of fights going on on the next episode. These past 2 episodes has been a mess. Like this episode again, I feel like it could have been edited a little bit more better. Could have cut off a little bit off the nature walks and kind of added more of what's gonna happen next episode. Maybe like a cliffhanger from one of the fights that are gonna happen on this nature walk or whatever. That's pretty much it, y'all. There was nothing really much going on this episode. I mean, I guess the highlight for me was the whole Tommy versus Natalie fight, you know. In the next episode, Dia gets her ass whooped by Diamond. I'm starting to like Diamond. I see more of her personality. I do remember how Scotty tried to get Diamond and Tinkerbella. I don't like Tinkerbella. I'm getting to that conclusion where Tinkerbella is extra. Every single time they argue, she starts getting like, she tries to think that she's funny and she starts to like repeat shit out loud and start getting all obnoxiously and starts like yelling and like that is annoying. And Diamond, you can tell like she talks shit, and I don't know how she got to that whole like I don't know how she got to that whole like you bleach your body, like oh but then she did admit it though during the walk or whatever, the nature walk. She did admit that she does bleach her body, and it's like 3 shades. I see it on her face. Her face is white as hell, and then the rest of her body is kind of like darker. I do see that, but I mean, how would you? I wouldn't know how people would notice. I wouldn't have noticed if like Diamond didn't say anything about it. I would not have noticed. But I actually do like Diamond. She seems real. She doesn't seem like she's like trying to act out for cameras like Tinkerbella is. Diamond seems like she's genuinely like mad. She's genuinely angry. But I do feel like they just need to cut that beef and just move on to other people to beef with. Like there's 30 other girls. Like y'all need to beef with other girls. Like why y'all so worried about the auditions? Okay, y'all. I do like Diamond. She's starting to kind of be up there with one of my favorite baddies. And I like how next season she's gonna call out Dia, talking about how she's a follower, and then she fights her, and I think Bianca fights her too, which that should be pretty interesting. But that chick from Bahamas, like I don't like her at all. Like I think she is weak, and I think she's just trying. She's the only girl from the Caribbean there, and she needs to start representing a little bit better, because what she's doing right now is sis, it's not it. This season is really messy, and I wish I can say differently, but this season is very, very messy. It's so out of place. It's so unstructured, but that's Zeus. Really, that's really what Zeus does. So I can't keep complaining about the quality. I'll just talk my shit about the girls and who won, who lost. I think Natalie got her ass beat this episode. Mariah should have not stuck freaking Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean should go home because she's not a baddie. I hope she doesn't get picked as one of the last. I like Wendell Lee. I like Wendell Lee, and I like that little short girl. I think her name is Heaven. I don't like the Leva, Biva, Keva, Pooba, whatever. I don't know her. I don't really care for her. I like Nunu. I like that's it. I'm still liking, you know, Bianca. She wasn't really talking this season on this episode. She wasn't really like talking as much this episode. Like, that's the thing about this season is like it's too much girls. Natalie fucked up with that. I don't know why she thought putting 26 girls in one season was gonna make us like this show more. Like, I mean, I'm still gonna watch anyways. Alright, well, thanks for watching my YouTube video. This is me talking my shit about Baddies. A review of episode 4 and 5. Hopefully next episode is a really good episode where I can just do that episode by itself, but it seems like there's not that much content on those episodes for me to talk about it in depth because everything is just kind of complicated and dumb. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my YouTube video. I'm out.